the international media realises there is a compelling feeling in Bangladesh that there has to be justice and there has to be accountability.
The international media has given the due kind of prominence to the news of the verdict of the death penalty to Sheikh Hasina. So, as a journalist, and you have visited Bangladesh, what's your view? I mean, was it a trial that you expected, the people of Bangladesh expected, and how the media would, in the future, probably, create a new narrative, or is there any possibility that Bangladesh will be seen differently from this point?
The general way that the international media has viewed these trials has been, it's always caveated it with, there is a sense that they weren't free and fair trials, they were below international standards, and there is political bias. That hasn't necessarily been the unilateral line that the international media has taken, but it has certainly included that sense within its reporting and within anything that it's broadcasted. So the fact that there are these accusations that the trial was not up to international standards has been noted by the international press, but it hasn't really made much of a judgment on it, in the sense that I think the international media realises there is a compelling feeling in Bangladesh that there has to be justice and there has to be accountability. It's also focusing on the fact that there is an incredible amount of evidence documenting what happened in July and August of 2024. And you will know that many international media organisations have carried out their own documentaries, Al Jazeera for one, and many of them have forensic evidence. One of them at least has forensic evidence where there is audio tape of Sheikh Hasina directly giving orders. So I think in the international media, there's still a very palpable sense that a lot of people in Bangladesh are calling for justice. And while we don't want to focus too much on whether this court was up to standard or not, we need to bear that in mind. We need to bear in mind that up to 1,400 people were killed according to the United Nations, 13% of them under the age of 18. So I think there is a sense in the international media is if we keep going on about, well, this case wasn't up to standard, it kind of takes away from, the real kind of the real reason why these trials are taking place. That seems to be the general sense that I'm getting for it. I did a piece I wrote a piece in the immediate aftermath of the announcement of the death sentence, and I did it for National Public Radio, for whom I've been reporting from Bangladesh since the uprising happened. And I actually managed to get a quote from Mohammed Tajul Islam, who is the chief prosecutor, which very few international channels were able to do. That was a stroke of luck on my part. But my bosses were saying that we want to tell the story straight. We don't want to be emphasising on one particular point. We don't want to have too much emphasis on the fact that these cases may not be up to international standards for various reasons. Of course, we need to mention it, but we need to bear in mind the wider picture and the victims in all of this.